medical marijuana may now be legal here in Maryland, but its passage hasn't been without some protest. Anne Arundel County is working to determine the rules for growing medical marijuana there. Initially, Republican County Executive Steve Hsu called for an all-out ban. Now, that wasn't going to pass, so at an earlier meeting this month, they started working on a compromise. And here are a couple of points that they agreed on. No medical marijuana growing and processing facilities can be within 1,000 feet of dwellings or schools. Dispensaries will not be allowed in mixed-use zoned areas or closer than 1 mile, and growing operations must be on at least 10 acres as well. But despite the protests, more than 100 prospective patients have already been to the first specialty clinic for medicinal marijuana in Annapolis. And as we said, Maryland's medical cannabis program isn't expected to be operational until sometime next year. And the clinic's spokesperson is saying that opening in advance of the program has some advantages, like building a patient-doctor relationship to speed up those recommendations. The state's Marijuana Commission is responsible for developing and overseeing all licensing, registration, inspection, and testing as well. Baltimore County moving forward with plans there on where medical marijuana can be grown and sold. Baltimore County is the first county to put zoning rules in place since the state legalized the sale of medical marijuana. Now, the measures, they limit growing and manufacturing facilities to industrial areas. Dispensaries will be located in business districts and must be at least 500 feet from schools. Only 15 manufacturing and processing licenses will then be issued. Joining me now is Vicki Rossellini of GTI Maryland, a medical marijuana grower looking to set up shop here in the state. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
Talk to me a little bit just about you being involved with GTI Maryland. Why did you decide to take part?
I really believe that the medicine is going to improve the quality of life for people like me, which experience a lot of pain, a lot of spasms. And I just wanted to be in on the ground floor to help others. There are so many kids that suffer from epilepsy, which some parents have already told me they've moved to Colorado to get the medicine, and they can't wait to come back to Maryland when it's legal. So I've been in the medical field for 20 years. I had a private ambulance company, which I ran for almost 20 years. I like helping people. I like, bringing forth some new choices, and I believe this medicine will give give a lot of people a different way to go other than using heavy drugs, and especially for people that are paralyzed like myself.
Was it a tough sell the first time you heard someone mention medical marijuana? Was it a tough sell for you, or was it more of a, well, let's do some research and find out?
No, I don't believe it was a tough sell. I have some friends that are experiencing some, one example, she has a very bad blood disorder, and her doctor actually said, and she can't eat, he said, if you can find any way, go somewhere to get marijuana, this will help you, get this medicine now. So no, it wasn't a tough sell for me. Okay. And I'm with a group that's experienced, that are caring, they believe in giving back to the community, they're shovel ready, they're anxious to go. I'm excited about it. It's just going to change the quality of life for so many people.
Talk a little bit about your group. Looks like you have your sights set on Hagerstown.
Yeah, we have a 20-acre piece of property there, which we are building 175,000 square foot building, and we've done all the licensing and everything that we need to do. The community has been wonderful. They're looking forward to us being there. We are shovel ready and ready to go. They're anxious, we're anxious, we're all anxious. And the neat part of this is myself, I've never ever tried this medicine before, so if the first crop, the first time I try, it'll be my own, my own grow. Yeah. I know that that our people are growing it safely. They're going to be a good, clean crop, and I'm excited for everybody.
Talk about safety, and I know that you probably have to go through some of this training, or at least talk about it at these facilities. I think some parents, or even just regular citizens, might wonder about keeping the crop safe from what might be some interested parties who might want to get inside, or might want to use it for what we'll call the wrong purpose.
We have a very, very great quality man, Terry Gaynor, who he had like 1,000 people work under him in Washington, who kept the Senate building and the senators, and he's very good at his job. I have no qualms that anybody will get anywhere near, as I'm told that he'll only have one person that will have access to the crop that's ready to go, that only one person. So even if I want to go see it, I can't.
Sure.
So I'm excited about Terry Gaynor also. He's going to bring a lot to our company.
As we talk about this as medicine, do you think down the road that we'll talk about marijuana, cannabis in the same way that we talk about Tylenol or Advil or something like that?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
That-
If used properly, grown properly, I don't see that, that there's any downside to it.
Sure. You brought
I'm
up
excited. I mean, I think it's going to change the quality of life. It's a great medicine for so many people.
Sure.
They just have to, to be open to it.
Do you worry that some groups may not take the GTI approach and see this as more of a money grab versus providing something safely or health-wise? And if so, how do you change their mind?
Jason, that's life. I don't think you're going to find any group, no matter what they're selling and what they're doing, that aren't greedy. And I don't believe our group is greedy. All of the people in our group are very well off. They don't need to do this. They really care. They want to bring jobs to Washington County, which we're going to be. We've already started working with the community. And as a person that had the ambulance company, community was very, very important to me. We always gave back. And one of the first things the guys did was say, you're known for the way you give back.
Sure.
Go out there in the community, find out what they need. Besides the jobs, which we, as I said, we are ready tomorrow. We're going to bring jobs, probably make a difference of $12 million to Washington County. But find the people that we can help. We're not going to keep the money and hoard it. We want to give it back.
Okay.
And I'm excited. I'm really excited about being with this group and about this medicine helping all of us.
I can tell by that smile. Vicki, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
I
much.
appreciate you coming
it.
by. Well, if you're interested in getting a medical marijuana card, you need to be suffering from a chronic or debilitating disease that produces anorexia, wasting syndrome, severe or chronic pain, severe nausea, seizures, or muscle spasms as well. Now, also, for more information on how to obtain a medical marijuana patient card, made it kind of simple. You just head over to our website. I'm sure you know it by now. It's WBALTV.com. Well, only 15 growers will be selected to operate here in Maryland. As you can imagine, applications span the state. Over in western Maryland, the company Vast Organic Farms has bought 26 acres of land in Old Town. That's near Cumberland. According to the Cumberland Times News, it will be both an open air and greenhouse operation. On the Eastern Shore, CBD Wellness Group looking to do the same in Easton. The old Black & Decker plant has been approved for growing if CBD's application is then approved.